Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time.
Morning. Hey. Hello. Nelson's back in our hands. I hope we can defend it this time. Hey. Hey.
finally got started. Doing nothing but being behind schedule, it seems like. Trying to get it together, but it's just not how life is going for me right now. So, I'll play some Fallout New Vegas on Wednesday instead of Thursday. Also trying to put stuff away. Gonna be going back to my Throwback Thursday. I feel like even though Fallout New Vegas is an older game, I got another game that I remember I never actually finished back in my younger years from the PS2. It's called Rogue Galaxy, and I noticed that it was on PS5 as a free game with my PlayStation Plus, so I'm going to be playing that tomorrow. It's from 2006, I believe, and I never finished it, so we're going to go get into that tomorrow. Another true throwback. I'm also going to be doing Final Fantasy on Friday now. It's my Final Fantasy day, so we will still play Starfield if I feel like it on Sundays. It's not really, the game already finished, so, and I'm not really recording it for YouTube, so I'm not really making it a priority, but I still like to play it. Midnight Suns, of course, I'm still going to be playing that. I'm recording that for YouTube, so we might give it a day. I'm not quite certain yet, but for now, got Dragon Age on Mondays. Got Dragon Age. Got some medical stuff coming up, so there might be some stream schedule changes in the month of March because I got things coming up. But you'll deal with that when they come, as they come. So still haven't done any DLC for this game yet. It's a lot. But once I get to Fallout 4, I'm going to consider Fallout 4 to be a throwback. That's why I changed Fallout New Vegas to Wednesday. Because once I finish this game, I'm going to go on to play Fallout 4. Which, of course, is an older game. Which is what I like to do on Thursdays. I like to play older games on Thursdays. So, sticking to that tradition. That's why I just changed the schedule up a bit. So, all right. I'm finishing up a quest for the NCR. It's called Return to Sender. Get my computer set up here. All right. I have to edit this when I finally get it on YouTube. I'm gonna have to edit it because Just kind of standing idle right now. Some coffee in me before I get started here. All right. What do I have left? Oh yeah, they sending me the Quimps with weird phenomena that's going on right now. Do that. Feel less confident without boom. So, but we're gonna make it work.
Why are you still here?
I just came back. I'm not talking to her, I guess. This is the right place, right? Yeah. Ilta. Maybe it's the ranger I'm supposed to talk to. Who's the ranger? Here we go.
No sudden moves and you and I will do all right. What do you want?
Excuse me? You filed a report which said Legion super mutants wiped out an NCR patrol. That's just a ridiculous thing to say. Ridiculous because the Legions would not work with anything mutated.
No, I didn't. You might hear that kind of nonsense from a drunk trooper on the strip, but not from me. The Legion doesn't have super mutants. That patrol was wiped out by its own incompetence. A couple of the troopers were fooling around with a grenade when it went off.
Okay.
See you around.
So, I didn't believe that anyway. Alpha.
Did you need something else?
Sergeant Reyes sent me. She's curious about the high casualties at this station.
High casualties? We've had one broken ankle, but nobody at this post has died.
Reyes' information says otherwise. How could Reyes have been wrong?
There are other ranger posts around. Reyes might have mixed up the report.
Maybe. Maybe you're lying to keep morale up, or maybe Reyes' information says otherwise.
Any injury, illness, or death gets radioed to Ranger HQ at Camp Golf. Chief Hanlon and his aides compile the reports and assign reinforcements as needed. And they're not needed here.
Okay. I'm not going to say she's lying.
So long.
It's kind of rude. Because you can... Okay. Foxtrot.
No run-ins with the Great Khans, I hope. They've been more restless than usual.
Need to confirm your report about Great Khans with trained Deathclaws.
You must be mistaken. I haven't filed any report like that. Trained Deathclaws? I would have remembered that. If someone is saying I filed that report, that's a load of crap. I won't have my name attached to a clerical error.
Okay, what do you know about the Khans?
Tough, independent, and as ruthless as they come. They're holed up in Red Rock Canyon, and it's this station's job to keep an eye on them.
All right, what are you doing out here?
Keeping watch on the Great Khans, mostly. They usually stick around Red Rock Canyon, but at least one large group left recently. We called it in, but haven't heard anything about any Great Khan incidents. Whatever they're doing, they're keeping a low profile.
Link told me her story. Oh, yeah. About the one who owes the Marissa's bunny.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. There was a lot of talk about expelling her from the Rangers, especially once the gambling and drinking started. Being posted here is her second and last chance, and so far, I'm not impressed. Link's jumpy all the time, and the others are sick of it.
Okay.
Be careful out there. Hello. All right, where are we going next? The Reyes. Okay. Forlorn Hope. It's Red Rock Canyon. Gotta go there one of these days.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Patrolling the Mojave always makes you wish for a nuclear winter. Every time.
Welcome back.
All right, well, the Rangers' versions of the reports they sent to Camp Golf don't match what you've received.
I knew it. Every one of the false reports was signed off by Chief Hanlon at Camp Golf. But why would the chief manipulate the reports? I need you to take everything we found to Chief Hanlon and confront him with it. I don't want to make this public unless we have to.
All right.
Bye.
I know how this goes, but let's do it. Yeah, golf. I really don't like the design of this armor, but it's pretty sturdy. I hate the way it looked though. What's up? You have a gun on him? Oh, he got a pistol. Or a revolver, to be specific. I want Chief Hanlon's revolver. It's very unique.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Here somewhere. In bed. In a bed with this person. This other ranger. They together or something? I don't know.
I'm occupied at the moment. Come see me when I'm on the balcony.
Oh. He's gonna go now? Oh. Still got this Legion stuff on me. I forgot I got jury rig ability, so I gotta be careful what I am fixing with what. Let's go to the balcony. Come on. You not, well, got all day. Most of the day. Not all day, though. All right, come on, Chief.
Back west, you don't see too many of these. Lakes, I mean. Natural or man-made. Any kind, really. We neglected the dams or pumped all the water out a long time ago. Owens, Isabella, the San Luis. Drained the aquifers of everything they had. Just a lot of mud and dust now. It's a different feeling watching the sun come up over the water. Takes some getting used to. But if you're here long enough, it starts to seem normal. That's what a ranger's life is now, looking east. You must be the courier folks have been talking about. Word on the radio is that someone wronged you back in Good Springs. The Mojave has a way of burning decent people up, but it sounds like you've done right by the NCR. It's appreciated. Now what can I do for you?
Don't get me wrong, I do like Chief Hanlon. I really do. I do not agree with some of the stuff he's been doing. That's why we're doing Return to Sender. I'll just cut up some cinnamon rolls here because I've been wanting one for a while. Probably shouldn't be eating like this, but I was finding craving. Damn things want to be stuck. Here we go. All right. Let's shut them up a little bit before we hit them with what we got. He talks to you differently depending on what he heard about you or not. Your reputation, I think, is not enough that they attack you on sight, but also not 100% good. I think he said some different things, but I'm idolized by the NCR, so let's say, do you ever stop talking? Oh, no, I'm not saying that. I know you're the one who's manipulating data. Tell me about yourself.
Folks around here call me the chief, but Hanlon's just fine. The Rangers run themselves pretty well, but I try to lend a hand. Mostly administrative work, helping coordinate intel on the radio. That and keeping an eye on the fires growing across the water.
All right, my bad. Here we go. How do you coordinate the intel?
It's a simple system when it works. Patrol Rangers radio intel to ranger stations. Comm Rangers send the intel up the station chain until it reaches Camp Gulf. Then I or one of the other Rangers on duty organize the data, evaluate it, and send information to camps or troopers in the field.
Do you know anything? Do you know anything about the problems? Can you give any advice? Say that.
Well, the logical thing to do is to check with the patrol rangers and comm officers. Don't be too discouraged if some things don't match up. Different people see different things, and sometimes the meaning gets twisted, lost in static from person to person.
What do you know about Caesar?
The best of the best, worst of the worst. He came out of NCR, one of the followers of the Apocalypse. Like a lot of the followers, he went out in the wilderness with a partner to try to help those who needed helping. Not much different from how the Rangers used to be, except with books and medicine instead of guns.
Where did he go?
Out to the Grand Canyon. He met a missionary from Utah, a man by the name of Joshua Graham. Graham helped translate for the followers and the tribes. All three of them got nabbed by the Blackfoots down there, back when they were still at war with every other tribe in the Southwest.
How did a follower wind up becoming Caesar?
Somewhere along the way, he realized he needed to educate the Blackfoots or they were going to get wiped out with the rest of the tribe. Showed them how to use guns, how to make explosives. Once he taught the Blackfoots a thing or two, they needed him. And he no longer needed the followers, NCR, or anyone else. He decided he could remake the tribes of the Southwest whether they wanted it or not. He became Caesar, and Joshua Graham became his legate, his right hand. And that's where Graham stayed until Hoover Dam.
What happened to Graham after Hoover Dam?
Losing the dam was the worst defeat the Legion ever suffered. Graham had been with Caesar since the beginning, but he had to set an example. The Praetorians covered Graham in pitch, lit him on fire, and down into the Grand Canyon he went.
So that was the end of Graham?
It's not that clear cut. You have to understand, Graham was the toughest son of a gun anyone around these parts had ever seen. Before Hoover, we had 5 kill reports on Graham from Rangers and 1st Recon sharpshooters who tried to take him out. Some folks think he's still alive. Call him the Burned Man.
Are the Blackfoots part of the Legion?
Yes and no. The Blackfoots don't exist anymore. Just like any other tribe, they get swallowed by the Legion. Caesar takes the tribal out of the tribe. Scrapes and burns off tattoos, breaks up families, forces mixed breeding so all the old loyalties die away. The only tribe in the Legion is the Legion. Caesar is their chief, father, and god, all rolled into one.
How is the NCR doing?
It's no secret we've had better campaigns. Holding this whole length of river isn't easy. We're stretched thin and the long 15 just keeps getting longer. Slow to get supplies, slower to get reinforcements. NCR's Senate has got funds tied up at the Boneyard. And President Kimball ordered our most experienced rangers to chase ghosts down at Baja.
Chase ghosts. What's going on in Baja?
It's complicated. Goes way back. I told President Kimball that we need more rangers here. He accepted that, but took the most experienced ones and sent them south. Patrol rangers are good men and women, but we're about to fight a war.
Why are the funds tied up in the Boneyard?
Senate elections are coming up. Local representatives don't want to push any more funding to the Mojave campaign because it's unpopular. Most of the folks around the Boneyard haven't been to New Vegas and probably never will. All they know is that their money gets sucked away to this desert and their brothers, sisters, sons, and daughters die here.
What about the troopers?
You've seen it yourself. Some of them don't even have proper service rifles or armor. Our heavy infantry, power armor units, they're back in NCR territory protecting the interests of Brahmin barons against small-time raiders. Brahmin barons only have one vote at the ballot box, but they have a lot of money to throw around.
In fact, politics never changes either, just like war. What's the Legion been up to?
Not too long ago, they took Nelson and Searchlight. They got some camps on the eastern shore of the Colorado. And the monstrosity on the hill across the lake, that's for Caesar. Some folks don't believe he's here yet, but you can tell. He's the eye of the storm. It all roils and spins around him. You don't have to see the man to see the effect he has.
Well, I got Nelson back. Tell me about Nelson.
Nelson was barely set up. We had a big stretch of unprotected land between Forlorn Hope and Searchlight, and Nelson was the solution. A deaconess named Dead Sea took the place and caused a lot of damage.
And you?
By the way, I appreciate what you did for the troopers down there. Nelson might not be the most strategically important place, but taking Dead Sea out means a lot to them.
And what happened at Searchlight? I was there.
Searchlight was worse. One of Caesar's frumentarii must have found something in there. Flooded the whole camp with radiation.
Yeah, I seen that.
Shoot.
Tell me about the Rangers.
I could tell you a lot if you had the time. But at my age, I'm not sure which of us would get tired first. What do you want to know?
You get stories to tell.
Suppose it depends on what you think's good. Most folks want to hear about Hoover Dam and Boulder City, but it's a long story. If you want some tall tales about hunting down slavers or busting up gangs, talk to one of the younger rangers.
Must be something good the Rangers have done that you're proud of.
It's kind of a long one, but off right. About 25 years ago, a group of NCR settlers pushed way south into Baja. I guess it doesn't seem so far now if you look at a map, but back then they were out of ways. They built this little shanty town around a well in the middle of nowhere. Called it Rattletail. Word got back to one of our stations that raiders had been attacking the place. I went out with 6 rangers. We must have been on the trail for a week before we got to Rattletail. We lost one woman to night stalkers and another almost died of dehydration. When we reached the place, it's 6 shacks set up around an old well. There's over 24 bodies lying in the dunes way outside of town, and 5 men with .308 rifles crouched behind sandbags. And these bodies, these people out in the sand, they aren't raiders, aren't even heavily armed. They're just people who were trying to get to the only well in 50 miles. I didn't have to talk to the men to see that they did not care one bit. They had planted an NCR flag over the well. They would not budge until every last one of them was laid out dead and cold. So I walked up and told them there was a group of raiders coming, 100 strong. I made up some cockamamie name for them and everything. The men looked at each other, looked at us, and asked me what we were going to do about it. I told them we would take them back into NCR territory because we'd already lost 10 rangers on the way out. 10 rangers, 5 men with .308 rifles. Well, that was enough for them. They packed up what they could and we took them back north. Last I heard, they settled somewhere in Anza Borrego. Raised bighorners. Had some tough times, but it worked out okay for them. So there you go. That's my one bit of good.
So, settlers from NCR, they went to South Baja, and they made a place called Rattletail around a well that wasn't owned by anybody. It was for public use. So they set a town up around it and just started killing anybody who came to get some water in the desert. That's horrible. So technically, they wasn't attacking raiders. They were killing random civilians who was trying to get water. There was nowhere else for them to go to get water. I guess he felt like that's his best story because he managed to get them to stand down without them having to fight him. They killed a lot of civilians, though. Okay, so what happened at Hoover Dam in Boulder City?
In big battles, Caesar deploys his legionaries in waves. Recruits up front, prime soldiers behind the recruits, old guard bringing up the rear. Opponents wear themselves out dealing with the first 2 waves, if they survive that long. When the veterans step up, there's not much fight left. Caesar can adapt, though, and when required, he can run any mix of legionaries as skirmishers and still retain order in the ranks.
Continue.
Joshua Graham, Caesar's old legate, he wasn't so flexible. When the Legion attacked Hoover Dam, General Oliver ordered his troopers back to the middle ground just after first contact. Graham pushed all of the legionaries onto the dam, filling the east side with recruits up front and veterans in the back, by the book.
Okay.
But once they were in, they were stuck there. Oliver's troopers were entrenched and wouldn't give a foot. That's when we ordered the Rangers and the 1st Recon sharpshooters to start picking off veteran Legion officers from a high ridge west of the dam. That only lasted about a minute before Graham ordered the back ranks to push through to the front and rush the ridge. Caused total chaos among the younger legionaries. Oliver's troopers fell back to the side walkways and stayed out of the veterans' way. By the time the veterans got to the ridge, we were already in Boulder City. They followed us down there, but we were out before they realized what was happening. We had packed the old city with C4 and dynamite. Crude, but it did the job. Those who didn't die in the blast were in no position to mount a defense. The ones left on the dam didn't know what to do. The troopers routed them. Graham pulled the remaining legionaries back, but the battle was over. He went south, back to the Grand Canyon, back to Caesar. And that was the last we saw or heard from Joshua Graham.
All right. I'm investigating some intel problems. Technical Sergeant Reyes. Let's go ahead and do this.
Interesting that she would wrangle someone else into sorting out the problem. But I suppose you're in the right place. A lot of intel comes through here.
Do you know anything about the problems?
I don't know Technical Sergeant Reyes, but coordinating intel can be messy sometimes. Things get mixed up, people get confused. Heck, I get confused, and I've been doing this for a long time now. What he or she sees as a problem might be standard operating procedure. That's not to say Reyes is wrong for being concerned, but it's easy for the sand to get in your eyes out here.
Is that what you want
Shoot.
to call it? Well, let's just say I know you're the one manipulating the intelligence data.
Hold on. If we're gonna have this conversation, let's go somewhere more private. Don't worry, not much bite left in this old dog.
You gotta get rid of that. If I put it on, I will get attacked by everybody, NCR person here.
Looks like we booted the Legion out of Nelson. About damn time. Looks like we booted the Legion out of Nelson.
Sorting and manipulating intelligence is what I do. It's what Rangers are supposed to do. This job isn't all gunfighting and gulping shots of whiskey, no matter what the boys and ladies out there say.
Okay, but you're inventing your own intelligence reports. I have seen the logs and talked to the Rangers.
You have you? Misdirection. When you're pinned down, outnumbered, and 2 days from any help, it's just about the best friend you can have. Misdirection's what saved me all these years. It's what saved us at Hoover Dam. But it's been 5 years now, and Caesar's right across that lake. He's closer now than he ever was before. I was a young man once. I know what it's like to want to fight for your home. But this isn't it.
Why did you do it? Are you fighting for the people in New Vegas?
We're fighting on their behalf, but Mr. House and the families are stringing us up inch by inch. They'll drain us dry while we fight and die over this dam. We offered them sanctuary in NCR territory before, but they won't listen. Troopers and Rangers have been dying here for more than 5 years while the families sit pretty behind that damn wall.
How does spreading false intel help anything?
People back home don't listen. They don't care. Senators, Brahmin barons, folks who are just trying to make it from day to day. It's been so many years that people forget about it. Conscription brings in fresh troops that die here every month, like it's routine. And even if we hold this dam, what then? Are we going to send the NCR's men and women to die here for another 5 years? 10? Patrol the whole length of the Colorado for hundreds of miles? Holding this dam, it'll be the death of us.
What does that accomplish?
Creating fear and instability among the troopers without causing harm. It's the only thing I could think of to shake things up. It took some people getting killed to realize I'd gone too far. I had to stop.
Okay. Why did you do it?
It's never gonna end. This fight with Caesar. People back home don't know what these young men and women are in for. The Legion is the worst enemy we've ever faced. But we can't stop Caesar here. Not without getting a lot of good people killed. More than anyone cares to count up. But even if we do stop him, I don't see how we're ever going to be able to pull out.
What do you think I should do about this?
First thing that comes to mind is to turn me in. But that might not be the best play, all things considered. Even if your heart's in the right place, I reckon it might do a lot more harm than good.
What will you do if I don't turn you in?
Oliver can't stand that Rangers got credit for victory at Hoover. Whatever I recommend, he does the opposite. I said I wanted us on the ridge. He put them right on the western part of the dam itself. We don't have enough firepower to hold that spot. If the troopers fall back, and they will, the Rangers will advance to cover Oliver's retreat. We lose the dam, Oliver and the Senator are ruined.
What about you and the Rangers?
Rangers are volunteers. Every man and woman who signs up is willing to die for the NCR, myself included. A lot of this is my fault. It's only right that I stand with them.
Okay. I can't let you do this. I have to turn you in.
Fair enough. You want to do this the right way, go get one of the Rangers. Don't worry, I'm not going to run out on you.
About damn time. Don't tell the troopers, but the grub here is way better than the mess tent.
I think I turned the radio off in my game so you can't hear what he's saying.
On a dark road. I wish I could explain it to you. The old chief's finally at a loss for words. Send me all the Legion you can. I'll be waiting for him.
That shot came from the chief's office.
Take everything before.
Chief, why did you do it? Don't tell the troopers, but the grub here is way better than the mess tent.
Chief Hanlon committed suicide rather than here's his confession.
Rangers, this is the chief. I know I can ramble on sometimes, but I need you to listen close for the next minute or so. I've got some bad news. I messed up. Made a mistake. I thought I could help us get out of here, but it didn't work out. Rangers get injured all the time. It's part of the job. But if you lose a few fingers and get a bad break, that's it. You step down. We rely on each other too much to let our infirmities become a liability. The Ranger knows when it's time. Only I didn't. Somewhere along the way, something broke inside me. I couldn't find us a way out of this desert. I wrestled with it, and it took me down a dark road. I wish I could explain it to you. The old chief's finally at a loss for words. Send me all the Legion you can. I'll be waiting for him.
And he committed suicide. I could have kept it secret, and he would have did it. Where's the gun? I swear I picked it up. Special revolver. Oh, come on, don't tell me. I looted them, but oh, there it is. Oh, come on, bro. Let's grab it off the ground before he got there. That boy. Nice. I'll wait till the stealth boy run out. I didn't want to take his clothes. I just thought it was in his inventory. Where is it? Here it is. That's her rob him while I'm here. Stay hidden. You don't lose any reputation.
Looks like we booted the Legion out of Nelson. About damn time.